Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my videos, especially if you love makeup reviews, tutorials, demos, hauls, and more. Today, I wanted to mix it up a little bit, and I asked in my previous video some suggestions of things you want to see. Somebody commented two options. One of them was to do the oldie but a goodie kind of makeup products video. So basically using nothing new, using some OG ride or die products that I've loved, you just haven't seen in the past. As you've seen here on my channel, we move through makeup very quickly as there are always new launches. So we're bringing some old loves back into our lives today, and we're just going to play around with them, see if we still love them. The other option was to kind of do a mixture of the high-end, affordable drugstore kind of makeup look to, you know, kind of just mix it up a little bit. So I think I'll definitely do that one next, but I'll probably kind of mix it up with that. But today, let's talk about some products that you've seen here on my channel before, but maybe I've just put them down for a little bit, and let's create a look with them. So the first product, I was like, ooh, eye primer, just because my concealer is definitely not one I would use to prime my eyes because it's a little bit creamier and hydrating. I like to use something a little bit more mattifying of a concealer if I'm going to use it as a dual product for like my base. So I thought I'd bring out the ultimate oldie, and I'm going to use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Of course, this isn't like old. I've repurchased this, and we only bring it out every once in a while. It's like that one, you know, like a relative who you only see on Christmas, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that to prime my eyes. And I'm just going to do one eye. I'll do the other one off camera just so we can save us some time. But I feel like if you've been here on YouTube forever, you've definitely heard about the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And then I remember back in the day, people used to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow base a lot. I've used it, but I feel like MAC was just definitely my personal go-to. Let me know, were you a MAC eyeshadow base or an Urban Decay girl if you were, you know, here during that debacle? Okay, and now I was kind of having a little bit of a dilemma between eyeshadow palettes and oldie but a goodie. For sure, I wanted to use one that, a lot of these products that are not limited edition, because there were some other like highlight options, but like, ooh, that's limited edition. I want you to be able to still purchase this if you can. And honestly, I had a debate, but I think what I'm going to go with ultimately is the Colourpop Makeup Shayla Perception Palette. Like, this one is just one I always go back to. This is great. It's not too old, but it's definitely one of those. It's like some other products have come. She's had some other launches. I love this one. The one that I was debating between was that one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is the palette go-to before Soft Glam was around, and I was loving it. Before the Jackie AINA palette, I was all about the Modern Renaissance palette. The only reason why for this video I didn't do Modern Renaissance is only because I wanted to mix it up with more colorful options here. I know I do a lot of neutrals, that's just what I like, and I prefer to focus on more of a bold lip. But I wanted to play with some more of the colors here on this palette. As you see, I don't touch those as often. So that's the only reason why I leaned more towards the Makeup Shayla. But if you guys want to see the Modern Renaissance palette back in action in another one of these oldie but goodie videos, comment down below, like this video so I know to make another one, because we can always do more. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup Shayla palette. And of course, I'm going to go in with a nice base Culture, this like nice soft brown. And also oldie but a goodie is my Sigma brush, my Sigma E40 brush that has been with me for years, that my dog has tried to destroy but he couldn't. So we're just going to use this as an all-around eyeshadow base. Plus I love this freaking huge mirror. So I kind of want to use that shade Sassy on the lid, just because of the name and just because it's got like a nice like seafoam green to it that I never really lean towards. But I love that this palette has so many colorful options. Next, I'm just going to go straight in with the shade Revenge, just kind of like burnt red brown shade. And we are just going to add that to the lower part of the crease. And I feel like with, like, you know, this lower part of the palette, you can definitely, you know, have a nice little base and just pop on any one of the other colors onto the lid. So I'm just bringing that a little bit lower, kind of focusing right into the crease. And blending back and forth and little circular motions as we kind of like blend in. It just makes the whole blending process easier. Going back in with my Morphe E40 brush and just kind of blending that all together in little circular motions. I might do a little bit more deepening out there. Just kind of want to see how this is gonna go. Let's go in with the shade Sassy and also oldie but a goodie MAC 242 brush. I don't even think they make this one specifically. They have a different version, I think. Is the like MAC 242S. It might be just like a little bit smaller, but I love this for packing shadows onto the lid, especially like glittery, shimmery shades. Ooh. You can even go in, sometimes I like to pack these on with my finger. If you don't have a 242 brush, oldie but a goodie finger. Next, what I want to do to deepen this, I'm going to take this dark brown shade, Played Out, and I'm just going to smoke this out a little bit. So just kind of adding to the outer edge and bringing that in. Kind of bringing it a little bit into the crease, not fully. This is just easy placement. And then just taking something small like that Anastasia Beverly Hills, the little brushes that come in their palettes, and just kind of blending that all together. Definitely going with a darker, smokier vibes. It's like a nice like seafoam, like a mossy green. I'm feeling it. Don't worry, we'll feel it once we get the brows and some liner. I think I'm actually gonna do simple liner. Next, oldie but a goodie. You haven't seen this one in a while. This is my L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer, oldie goodie, and I'm gonna need a new one. Ah! But let's take this bad boy out, and honestly we're gonna need to repurchase for the winter time. All right, let's do this again. And we're just gonna add this because we're gonna need that hydration for my foundation, because 'tis the season to glow. I'm bringing out my Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation, and I know I put this little bad boy away for a while, but always a party when I bring this one out. I love this. If you have dry skin, if you have not seen this on my channel, you need it. It's just like a beautiful glow. It's not dewy, it's like luminous. I love it so much. Let's see, a tricky part here is if my like summer tan has adjusted. So I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe Sponja. Yeah, luckily this one, I don't know if my tan is fully faded yet. We shall see. We're gonna buff that in. I love this. It's like a nice medium coverage. The other one I was gonna pull out too, but I just couldn't find it, was my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. That is oldie but goodie AF. But I think I finally finished up my backup. Maybe I'll use that in the next one, but I love that foundation. I usually am very good about always having that on deck, but I know in general I've just had so many new drugstore and high-end mixture of like very luminous, cater to a dry skin foundation, so I just have not had the chance to repurchase that. I was like, yo, let's finish up these other foundations. But I'm always willing to have Milani for security purposes in my stash. For my concealer, as I mentioned, I was going to use something more creamy. And since I brought out the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation, I figure I'd bring out the sister concealer, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. Get some hydration on the face, and let's start cleaning up this darkness around the eyes and really have this eyeshadow pop. Ooh, so creamy. Go in and blend that out. And this is a great way to also clean up the eyeshadow around the eyes too. You want to make sure you get right into that inner corner in case you had any darkness lingering there. Also an oldie but a goodie. I brought this out a little bit, but not as much. I noticed I've been holding it back a little bit, but the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this side right here, the highlight side. And we're just going to go ahead and set that. I've been just trying to play around, or I've just been favoring my NYX HD finishing powder, which is always an oldie. Still used. I still switch back and forth, but this is definitely one of the powders, like the NYX HD, like my Colourpop, that's definitely like just stuck. No matter how old, I've continued to repurchase this. You'll probably always see this in one of my products I used up videos. Now I'm just going to go in really quickly and fill out my brows. So I'm going to take the Wet n Wild. This is their retractable brow pencil. And I actually specifically just repurchased this one because I loved it. I ran out of my other one, but I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to buy another Maybelline, their Brow Ultra Slim pencil. That's $8. This is $4. So I was like, let's say $4, of course. Plus I want to do like another Wet n Wild video. So I was like, might as well. Plus it's quicker and easier to fill in your brows if you don't care too much for precision, like exact precision. So I'm just gonna fill these in and I'll be right back. All right, so we've got our brows on. Thank you for sticking with me pre-brows. We are looking better already. I feel like I gotta tell Frankie that. Thank you for sticking with me before I did my brows and, you know, the whole glasses phase and all stuff like that. Then again, he had braces. So next product, I'm gonna go in with my NYX matte liquid liner. You see this here all the time, but it is indeed an oldie and an always liner. I can't think of any other liner. The other liner that I love and I have repurchased is the Balm Schwing liner. I love that one so much, but I just happen to have this one for $6. So I'm digging this mossiness. I'm just gonna do a little line actually. Just going to do a tiny little line across just so you can kind of see the difference, and that'll kind of help hide my lash line. Next, for my lashes, the brand is definitely, I feel like, an oldie but a goodie, is the brand Red Cherry Lashes, and I actually used these in my last video, not a tutorial, just had them on in case you were wondering, in my October favorites. These are in the style number 415s, and I just happened to have them because I ran out of my Ardell Wispies. I was like, no, and I didn't have any Salon Perfect lashes, but I was like, hey, I still have a bunch of red cherries that I ordered years ago and I never used because I was just like, I tried lashes for the first time, red cherries, and I was a little bit afraid. So I was like, let's use these lashes. So I'm just going to go ahead. They're already cut and styled to my eye shape. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop those on really quickly. Much better. Okie dokie, let's finish up the eyes now that I feel a little bit more complete with my lashes. So I'm going to go back in to the Colourpop Makeup Shayla palette, and I'm going to take that shade Revenge. I'm going to add that to my lower lash line. And here's where, do I add a little bit of that mossy green? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Just because it is a shimmery shade, and this will be my lower lash line. Let me see. Maybe I'll put it more towards like the inner part. Next, I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush, and I'm going to take the shade Played Out, and we're just going to add that to the outer corner of my lower lash line, just for some more smokiness and definition. I think I'm just going to leave it like that, because I'll just do like a little shimmery in the inner corner. Just we're not doing too much on the lower lash line, but do you? If you want to add a little bit of that mossy green to like that inner part, go for it. Once again, just going back in with that first brush and just blending the two together. Now for the arch of like my brow, since we have so much shimmeriness going on the lid, there's really no like a matte highlight, brow highlight option. So what I'm going to do, I can totally go in with that one in the Makeup Shayla palette. I'm going to go in to the Wet n Wild palette. I'm just going to take the highlight as my matte highlight. You can use your finger. Ooh. And blend it out naturally. Don't worry, we'll go into the brush. Careful. And this is especially nice if you feel like you went a little bit too high with anything. And we're just going to go blend that in. No additional product with that Revenge shade brush that we used. I definitely want just like a pop of a highlight, but I don't want shimmer since we have so much shimmer going on already. Ooh, but you'll see it's coming out good. You're like, girl, you're a hot mess. But we put the brows on. It's all coming together. I thought I was a hot mess. It's a process. Stick with it. Stick with me. Trust me. For my bronzer, one of these that I have not used in a while, and then I think I was getting comments in some old videos where I was like, ooh, I wish I would. Normally, a lot of times I like to list down below in the products section what I'm wearing on my face if it's not like a tutorial, but I wasn't putting bronzer for some reason. And I guess the bronzer was standing out, and I believe it was this one, the Sephora bronzer in the shade Los Cabos. And obviously I love it, so I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. brush, Flawless Airbrush brush. And I just love this color for my skin tone specifically. They have some other colors, but if you're close to my skin tone and, you know, whatever I use, you've used, it works for you, this is definitely one I would recommend. Yes. Oh yes. Like it's not orange, it's not too like taupish, it's not too cool tone where, you know, looks a little muddy. Oh yes, I forgot how much I love this one. It's just, yeah, bronzers, I've been having my favorites, my affordable favorites. That ABH one, as I mentioned in my favorites video, has been like a go-to of mine. So this is like a kind of different shade, a little bit cooler, but not totally like cool like taupe shade. Still got some warmth in there, nice like a natural bronze to the skin, and especially with like this kind of like Flawless Airbrush brush from e.l.f. sculpting brush, always a good option for a bronzer or like contour powder. For a blush, oldie but a goodie I'm going to use is the Milani Their Baked blushes. I do need to get another Luminoso. That is the OGs of the OGs. But today I'm going to use the shade Rose de Oro. And I'm just going to go ahead. Actually, Bellissimo Bronze is also real nice. But this kind of has like that warmth. It's kind of in my crease. Oof, it's kind of got like a nice sheen to it, these baked blushes. If you're someone who's like not into matte blushes, or maybe you want to skip the highlight and you just kind of want that sheen to the cheeks, baked blushes. Going back in to that highlight shade from the powder, I totally could have used this bronzer contour side, but I wanted to, you know, mix it up for my oldie but a goodie, because I was like, ooh, I forgot about that Sephora brand bronzer. So I'm just going to clean up underneath the cheekbones, sharpen that up, and in case you went too low. It's always good to feel yourself while you're doing your makeup. Like it's a thing. If you're not feeling yourself, if you're not building yourself up while you're doing your makeup, that's a problem. Oldie but a goodie, one that I have not used in a while. I've been favoring, I know, my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlights, the Wet n Wild highlights, Milani, stuff like that. I haven't brought this bad boy out in a while. This is my Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. This is like highlight of the highlights from the drugstore. Definitely one of the more intense ones. So if you're not into intense highlights, you're probably not going to like this. But if you're like me, I'm going to go in with this Colourpop fan brush. Oh, yeah. And we're going to do that thing. This is like my favorite part of my makeup. What's your favorite part? Definitely the highlight lipstick as well. But the highlight, it's like, ooh. I forgot how fabulous you were. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yay. Okay. I could spend hours here. And a little more, even though I don't need it. But I want it. I would. Okay. Yep. Now going in, just any fluffy brush. And I am going to blend, take off that bottom highlight and blend everything together and off together. Better together. I'm going to put on some earrings, and you already know I've got to think about what lipstick do. I left it for last for a reason. Before I do, let's go back into the palette really quickly. And inner corner highlight. I think I'm just going to use my highlight as my inner corner highlight. I feel like there's other pinks, but just to bring it all together, I'm just going to take my finger. Yes. It's Just gonna add a little something. Max Fix Plus. And I'm gonna choose a lipstick. The struggle is real when it comes to the lips. So I think I'm actually gonna do a little combo here with a new product. But the standout product, the oldie, is going to be my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood. Oldie AF. But I wanted to do like the brown lip liner option, so I'm going to actually use a new product. Kind of cheating, not really, but this is the NYX Lip Lingerie Push Up in the shade Teddy. So I kind of want to use this as a lip liner. I don't have any other like deep lip liner browns. I didn't get into it until now, so I kind of want to try something, so let's see. All right, now in the center, kind of want to mix a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're gonna pat that in. Gonna go with a little lip pencil, kind of blending out the edges a little bit more. Okay, all right. Loving it. ABH, Pure Hollywood, still doing it. So that is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Pretty simple. I try not to do anything too intricate here on my channel. Take your time, especially with playing with different colors. But I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of tutorial using no new products except for like that one. But I mean, like, it made a difference. Let's incorporate just like one thing, please. But I hope you guys enjoyed looking through your own stash of products. Maybe if you bought in products that I recommended to you, and like me, you moved on to the next other like 50 products afterwards. Let's revisit old loves. These are the only type of old flames I deem appropriate to revisit and to, you know, continue those relationships with. But let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more renditions. Basically shopping my stash, trying to be very good about not shopping in general until these new holiday releases, which they're lingering, they're coming out. So saving my money. Hopefully we can stay entertained with this and really get a lot of great use out of the products that we already have. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this, and until then, I'll see you all next time.